Welcome to Bitesize Theory. The whole point of these videos is to give you bite-sized chunks to learn your theory, so you're not just practicing questions and going over question after question and question and not really taking in the information. The idea here, we can take some topics that learners particularly get wrong and give you some extra information behind it, some extra learning behind it, so that you're really taking in that information and then you can apply it in your theory test. We're going to do this in bite-sized chunks. So very short videos with a little bit of information so you can learn as much or as little as you want on each day. So let's start with tyre pressures. So tyre pressures is a question that comes up in a few different ways. Normally talking about overinflated or underinflated tyres, or when you may need to increase your pressure on your tyres. So I've got an example question here. When would you be advised to increase your tyre pressures so that they're higher than normal? A, when you'll be filling your fuel tank. B, when you'll be driving on very rough roads. C, when you'll be driving in cold or wet weather. D, when you'll be driving at high speeds over long distances. So the answer here is D, when you'll be driving at high speeds over long distances. So the main time that you're going to change your tyre pressure is when you're going on these long trips. Normally you're going to have extra passengers in the car, luggage in the car, kids in the car. So you'll be potentially going on holiday, and all that extra weight is effectively going to make the tyres seem they're underinflated, because that extra weight will squish out the tyres and they'll act as if they're underinflated. So then we're going to add extra pressure to them. Once you've got rid of all that extra weight, you need to make sure that you then deflate those tyres back to their normal standard. Otherwise they'll be acting as if they're overinflated. Tyres that are overinflated or underinflated tend to wear unevenly, so you're going to be getting yourself some new tyres a lot earlier than you would want to. Tyres particularly that are underinflated are going to handle worse, so you're going to struggle with braking particularly. Your stopping distances will increase dramatically, therefore being unsafe. Tyres that are overinflated are likely to pop and could cause blowouts in those situations, which you wouldn't want, particularly at higher speeds. So let's talk about where you'd find the information for your recommended tyre pressure. So this is actually one of the show me tell me questions. So the information is normally found in your car manual. You potentially can find it on the side of the door in some cars. Although if you go to your car manual and the information is on the side of the door, the car manual will tell you to look at the side of the door. So you've got a win-win there with the car manual. You potentially can Google it as well, actually, as long as you get the right make and model of your car. Making sure you get it, because different ones are different models or different weights, therefore would have different tyre pressures. Also be careful that you will have different tyre pressures potentially for the front and the back of the car. Again, because of the weight distribution on the car. So watch out for that you're not just automatically putting them all the same. Okay, so I hope that helps with the tyre pressure questions. Any questions, chuck them in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll be back for more next Thursday.